Building with pup. Okay, today I'm going to show you something on one of my palm trees. I noticed it wasn't doing very well, and it also had a mushroom growing out of the bottom of it. So I wasn't sure of what it was. So I had an arborist come out, and he told me, Ganoderma butt rot. Okay, doesn't sound pleasant, and my tree's not looking good. So he also told me that it can infect all my trees. I hadn't had my trees trimmed in a while, so I decided to have someone come out, remove that tree, and get all my trees trimmed. My arborist assured me that my other trees were fine. He also fertilized them, and we look like we're going to be in good shape. But I just wanted to let you know, because I paid the arborist to give me the information, but they don't handle removing the trees. So if you see a mushroom like that on the bottom of your tree, you know that you have the Ganoderma butt rot. It happens a lot here in Florida, Georgia, I believe South Carolina. But this plant disease is spread by fungal spores and is prevalent throughout Florida. The fungus that causes these diseases is called Ganoderma zonotum. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. And it belongs to the family of wood decaying fungus found around the world. The fungus decays the woody tissue and affects trees and causes the structure to be pretty poor, up to like 5 feet of the bottom of the tree. And mine was still stable, but being I had plenty of palm trees around my yard, I was very concerned for all the rest of my trees. So I needed to get this done as quickly as possible. This disease kills your palm trees. They need to be removed, and the sooner you have it done, the better. And in my yard, I have a lot of palm trees, so they look good at this point, but you have to get rid of the tree, and not only the tree, but you have to get rid of the stump. These guys were really something. This guy here, he's going up to the tree that's infected. See, these palms would be slightly green when they would start, the palm fronds, and they would die right away. So I was very concerned. These guys came out. He climbs a ladder about halfway up the tree, and the rest he climbs on his own. When they do this work, they try and do the infected tree last, because all their equipment, everything has to get cleaned before they go to the next project. Because this can affect other trees just by taking their saw from one place to another if they didn't clean them. These guys are very good. They clean the tools immediately before they put them away. So I felt very comfortable about them doing all the trees in my yard. As this tree gets cut down, you'll start to see the center of the tree, how much lighter it is at the top and in the middle of the tree, and how much darker it was towards the bottom. That really surprised me. But as I learned about this fungus, that's how it affects the tree. It starts in the middle of the tree, and it spreads out. I've read some things about 4 or 5 feet up from the bottom, and at the base it has the mushroom growing out of the bottom of it. This hadn't been happening for a long time for me, but I noticed it a little while ago. But my arborist assured me that we're catching it in a good time. If we had let it sit for another 2 or 3 years, it would have affected the other trees. Well, some of the things that you're looking for, as you saw on my tree, the wilting palm fronds and slower growth of the palm. Although this palm was still pretty big, it was as big as the other ones. And fungus that is off color, or foliage that is off color, dull, or brown. A significant number of dead lower leaves are found. Mushroom-like that develops at the trunk of the tree, and that's what I saw on my tree. And there's no cure. You have to remove it. I was sad that this had to happen, but I can't have it affect my other trees. This guy was really good. He'd get right up there, and you can see on some of the other ones where he climbed the other trees how he gets down, where he wraps the rope around the tree and brings himself down. It's really good. You can see now as he's cutting the tree how much darker the center of this tree is. That is the fungus that is in the middle of the tree. You can see right there the darker part of the tree on the bottom. Now, that's where the disease is more affected this tree. Now look how red the center of that is compared to the other parts. Well, I'm hoping to help you to see some things that if you have a problem, you need to hire an arborist, let them come out and tell you what can be saved and what cannot. But if you have that mushroom, this disease, you cannot save that tree. But look at these, look at the different colors. As higher up as the tree was, they were lighter. The closer he got to the bottom, it was very dark inside. Well, now all my trees have been trimmed. My yard looks much more open, and you can now see the before and the after. All right, Building with Papa. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. See you on the next one.